안녕, 난 노랑이야. 안녕. 안녕, 나는 빨강이야. 안녕, 나는 파랑이. 와, 우리 오늘 날씨도 좋은데 같이 성쌓기 놀이 해볼까? 그러자. 나는 이걸로 만들어 봐야지. 짜잔! 와, 멋있는 성이 완성됐어. 나는 이걸로 만들어 봐야지. 와, 너무 멋있는 성이 만들어졌어. 그럼 나는 이걸로 만들어야지. 와, 나도 멋있는 성이 만들어졌어. 우리 모두 너무 좋은 성을 만들었다. 그런데 같이 힘 합쳐서 만들어보면 어떤 성이 나올까? 와, 너무 멋진 성이 만들어졌다. 와, 좋아. 우리 같이 힘을 모아 만드니까 제일 멋진 성이 만들어졌어. 맞아. 우리가 서로 힘을 합해서 열심히 사이좋게 지내면 최고의 것을 만들 수 있어. 우리 사이좋게 잘 지내자, 친구들아. 안녕.
The Battle of Jericho. So the people shouted, and the trumpets were blown. As soon as the people heard the sound of the trumpet, the people shouted a great shout, and the wall fell down flat. Joshua 6:20. Once upon a time, there was a great nation in the land of Canaan. This country was the nation of Jericho. There was a strong wall in the country of Jericho. It was so strong that it never fell apart. Also, it was so high that no one could get over it. The people of Jericho lived within these strong walls. They were trembling in fear. Why would they tremble in fear when they have these strong walls to protect them? It was because the Israelites are coming to Jericho. The Israelites arrived in Jericho to fight against the people of Jericho. The Israelites who came to Jericho were led by a captain. His name was Captain Joshua. Captain Joshua was courageous and bold. The Israelites who followed Captain Joshua were also courageous and bold. The people of Jericho are trembling in fear even though they're inside the strong wall. The Israelites were not at all afraid because God was with them. However, Captain Joshua saw that the walls of Jericho were really strong. The walls of Jericho were really high. So Captain Joshua thought, how can we get over this high wall? How do you break down such a strong wall? But then, God spoke to Captain Joshua. Joshua, circle the city of Jericho, and the walls will fall. So, Captain Joshua and the Israelites, as God said, walked around Jericho. The soldiers walked first. After the soldiers, the priests walked. The priests had trumpets. They blew their trumpets and walked to the city of Jericho. After the priests who blew the trumpet, the other priests walked by. These priests were holding the Ark of God. They cautiously carried the Ark of God on their shoulders so that the Ark of God wouldn't fall over. They walked very carefully. After the priests who carried the Ark of God, the rest of the Israelite soldiers walked. It's not like they were wandering around Jericho randomly. First, the Israelite soldiers. Next, the priests who blew the trumpets. Then, the priests carrying the Ark of God, and finally, the Israelite soldiers again. In this order, the Israelites went around Jericho. On the first day, they went around Jericho once. On the second day, they went around Jericho once. On the third day, they went around once. On the fourth day, also once. Even on the fifth day, once. Once on the sixth day. And the seventh day came. The seventh day was the last day around Jericho, but unlike the other days, on the seventh day, they went around Jericho 7 times. After they went around Jericho, they shouted,
"People of Israel, God has given us the city! Shout!"
Then the priests who carried the trumpets blew the trumpets with all their might. They blew the trumpets very hard. And when the trumpet sounded, the Israelites shouted. Then the wall came tumbling down. The war in Jericho was a battle fought according to the word of God. It was a war in which those who obeyed the word of God won.
키즈투게더TV 좋아요. 구독 알림 설정.
다음 주에 또 만나요. 안녕.